Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to Charlie's desk. Today on the desk is the first example of our mindfulness-based sensory development course that we're sending out in the mail. And I mentioned this in the other video, but I wanted to go into a little more detail. So on the desk, we have a stone mortar and pestle at 12 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, we have whole black peppercorns. We have bay leaf. We have, kind of at the center of the clock, some scissors, a little baby stapler. At 9 o'clock, we have the hall brailler with the piano style keys facing forward. And then over, I guess it would be the northeast corner of the table is the box I'm gonna send stuff in. But anyways, and then also on the table are 6 little sachets, pill pouches, with a little bit of cotton in them, and on the cotton is a drop of essential oil. And then there's one that has a little bit of fresh ground black pepper, and then a bay leaf, because that's what I had. And they're all labeled with little strips of braille that have been stapled onto one side of a little plastic baggie. Don't staple it, on both sides, because then you're stapling it shut. You kind of have to open the bag a little bit and then pick one side at the top of it and then staple it there, or else, you staple your bag shut. It's frustrating for everyone and you have to redo it. Okay, so, let's talk about orientation and mobility for a second, and one of the skills I teach called the stop skill, and how that is connected to mindfulness and awareness. So the stop skill is based on a lot of things, but here's kind of how it goes. Let's say you're traveling and you get disoriented, you get a little lost, you get turned around, mixed up, maybe you start to get stressed. So you could be getting disoriented, or let's say you reach your skills breakdown point. O&M is complicated. You gotta, focus on a lot of stuff. Sometimes, it becomes automatic eventually, but it's complicated. So if you reach that skills breakdown point, or you get lost, this is what I teach people to do. It's called the stop skill. And it goes stop, right? That's the S. Oh, it's an acronym. Okay, stop. And then it goes, take a breath, all right? Use a mindfulness strategy to calm down, such as paced breathing. We'll come back to that later. And then observe, all right? Without moving, what can you hear? What can you feel with your cane? What do you know about where you are? How far have you walked since you were at a place you kind of recognized? And then the P is for proceed mindfully, right? So, you stopped yourself from becoming more lost. You took a breath to calm down, to use your skills better. You observed by listening and with your cane and using your brain. And then hopefully that gave you a good idea of how to proceed mindfully. So that's the stop skill. And the reason why that's connected to mindfulness and awareness for me is every step along the way is improved by enhanced awareness. So the stop part, all right. You'd be amazed to see how many people, when they're lost, and, sighted people too, they just keep going. I mean, the stereotypical man who won't ask for directions, right? He's lost, but he keeps going, so he keeps getting more lost. Okay, so that's the first thing, stop. So you stop getting more lost. And then take a breath, right? Calm down. That's an awareness skill too, right? Using a mindfulness skill to calm down. That's probably the most familiar one to people. It's that deep breathing thing, but there's other ways, and we'll get into that. Observing, all right, that's awareness too, right? Using all the sensory information that is available to you. And then proceeding mindfully, right? Making a good decision based on all those things you're aware of. So let's talk about the T, take a breath. So paced breathing, right? That's a good thing to do you know, when you're out walking and you're stressed, you're traveling, right? That's an easy mindfulness calming strategy. But there's other ones too. And the reason why I started this sensory development course with my colleagues is because one of my clients, the deep breathing wasn't working for him. So we were like, okay, let's use another mindfulness sort of sensory development, sensory awareness thing. And so he really likes like lemon essential oil. So he bought like a little plastic bag with a tissue with some lemon essential oil. And so when he stopped, because he was dealing with some travel anxiety, he would stop, you know, put it back to a wall, you know, and enjoy that lemony freshness, observe, and then carry on his way. Because when we're calm, we're just better at what we're doing. So I have 6 packets. I have peppermint essential oil in a little bag, and then I have rosemary. I'm having trouble reading my own braille, jeez. Cypress, lavender, a bay leaf, right? I feel like that's a good thing to know about. And black pepper. And they are all going in this bag, which is labeled with the title of the course. And they are going in with the rest of Just Add Water. So there's the sensory development course, but also the stop skill and mindfulness, and how an awareness supports all of those skills. This mindful awareness supports, you know, people's mobility skills. And some people have it naturally, right? They're just focused, they have that flow, and some people need to learn it more intentionally. But it is a set of skills, and it's not just deep breathing. This guy I really like, Young Minir Rinpoche, not the best pronunciation, but I love this dude. And he's like, there's only one meditation, awareness. And so, yeah, there's only one meditation, awareness. So with mobility and sensory development, we're directing that awareness to sort of these different areas. And so I'll do another video about my mindfulness orientation and mobility sensory development approach. And I promise I'll get to some of the fun braillish I have. I just want to do them justice, you know? It's a lot of pressure, this Hall brailler. I have a very cool German one. Post-war German is very intense. I'll just say that. It could kill you. It's serious. Yeah, so thanks for watching Charlie's Desk. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye.